Hey Scrappy Peeps, this is Lisa from the Cherry on Top. I'm here today to show off how to make a very small card on one piece of paper if you're really looking for efficiency and saving. This is a way to make a small card, 4 inches, on one sheet of paper by the folding method. What I've done first is I've got my page all set here. This is Rustic Plaid Christmas from Clever Monkey Graphics. You can get it in the Ginger Scraps shop. What I started off with actually was this here. I'm making another project for my mom. What I do is I make a cute little cluster frame with us in it because she lives in America and I live in Belgium. And I'll print this out and then I'll run it through a laminator and then I'll cut it out. And then I adhere to the back of it magnetic tape so she can hang it on a refrigerator. And every couple of months, I like to send her a new one. So I'm getting 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, so what I've done is I've turned that little cluster frame into a page. And then I made another page with Merry Christmas on it. That's for the inside of the card, and of course the picture is for the outside of the card. And then I designed a template, yippity bip, where I have these boxes to help guide you with your images, where your images are supposed to go. This is what the template looks like, the 4 squares here. I'll have it for free on the blog. And then you slide in your images. I'll slide in that one first. Slide it in, and then you'll crop it to position it in there. I already had it. I'm kind of cheating there. And then, adjust it so it fits right perfectly in your square. Don't forget, use the corners. Only use the corners or you're going to distort the look. And then slide in your lettering. And now, an important thing to remember is I had to change this both vertically and horizontally. Make sure it looks just like this. Don't put it the regular way or it won't work. Or if you only change it one or the other, vertically or horizontally, it's also not going to come out right. Make sure it looks just like that. That's what you have to do. So once again, change it vertically and horizontally. And how do you do that if you're not sure? You right-click, make sure that green box is there. And see here, flip layer horizontal, flip layer vertical. That's what you do. Easy as that. Super easy. Super easy. And then you do that. Or check the green box when it's perfect. Okay, so that is what your card needs to look like. Another thing, I totally pulled a blonde move. I forgot to delete or make my frame disappear. So the first time I printed this out, I had the frames. I was like, duh. Okay, and that's it. That is the beauty of it. I saved it as a JPEG, and I printed it out. I'll go through, and I'll show you the steps, just in case you're like, okay, I don't know how to do that. When I print through Photoshop Elements, it never comes out right. It just never comes out right. I prefer to print through Finder. I'll go ahead and show you how to do it quick. I'm going to have a step-by-step on the blog with photos, as well as a link for the video, if that's something that interests you. So I'll go to my layouts, and then I'll go with Christmas Bee, and I'll explain a little bit what I did there too. I had to go in and adjust my brightness. It'll be on the blog as well, of my page, because when I print through my crappy brother printer, it's new, but it's terrible. My printables do not come out as sharp and crisp as they could be. Despite the settings I use, despite using good paper, it still doesn't come out great. So it really depends a lot on your printer. And settings, of course, are important. Paper's important. Let me show you. So I'm going to right-click, open with preview. And then it's up to you how you want to do it. See, you can see it's a little bit brighter now. And I adjusted that in my Photoshop Elements. You go to File, and you go to Print. And then you choose all kinds of things. Here, I'm going to go here. You can choose all these things to change it all up. But I went to Printer Features, And then look at all these features you'll have. I don't mess with too much. If you want to hand feed some heavier, good paper through, you can do that. For some reason, when I try to use the manual feed through my printer, it never comes out right. It's terrible. So I just take a good piece of paper and I lay it regular in the paper tray. And it comes out great. I don't know. You can choose normal or fine. With some people's printers, sometimes there's really not a noticeable difference, and others there are. Normal will probably save you a little bit of ink or something, but fine, of course, is supposed to come out better. But you might want to play with it a little bit and see. Every printer is different. Media type, check this out. Glossy paper. I totally recommend a glossier paper, especially if your printer isn't that awesome. My stuff comes out much better if I use slightly glossy or glossy paper. It can even be sticker paper, that kind of sticker paper if you want. That can work okay as well. I'm even using a photo paper, but I'll tell you what, my photos do not come out great with my printer. So I hope yours is better, but anyway, these are some things that you could change. I don't ever mess with any of this stuff down here, and it doesn't have it. But so make your adjustments that you need, and then you press print. And then you'll see that all you'll have to do is take your paper out, fold it in half again, and then you'll have a perfectly presentable card. You can see the end result, of course, over on our blog if you'd like. You'll have to do a little bit of trimming too. You'll have to trim maybe a touch on the side and a touch on the top and bottom of your piece of paper. But that's it. Easy peasy. A super easy way to make a small Christmas card and just through one piece of paper. And of course you'll need an envelope. I've also got stuff on the blog on how to make your own envelope if you need that too. That's ellenchock.blogspot.be, or just look up the Cherry on Top scrapbooking and it'll probably come up. Thanks so much for checking out the Cherry. I hope you have a super happy holiday. Happy scrapping!